Welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another business and investing talk. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and the brand Master Investor. If you're new to our community, subscribe and follow us on all social media platforms, including YouTube, so that we stay updated with financial education. Our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We look for opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Get our ebooks. We have 2 of those of the ebooks are on Amazon. We're working on our 3rd one right now. I'm going to put the link somewhere in the description of this podcast. Today's theme is going to be about networking and why networking and building our networks are key when it comes to building wealth. If you talk to anybody that has made money online, they will tell you the email list, converting those viewers into sales and maintaining a relationship with those customers using systems, email campaigns, and analytics when it comes to the results of those campaigns that we are sending every week to our list. We can have different lists. It depends on what niche we are involved in. But when we are building a successful business, we need to have a database of clients, of people that are interested in buying the solution that we got. So even if they don't buy it the first time, they make contact with us, whether it's through a video that they saw or an advertisement that we have somewhere on the web or physical advertisement as well. We want to bring that client in, and some of the clients will be ready to buy the solution, and they have done enough research that all they're looking for is to find that authority, that brand that will serve them with the solution. And other clients need to be educated before they make a decision to purchase from our company. But everything out there is solving the problem. So the question is, what type of problem do we want to solve? So let's start with that. Once we find a lucrative problem that we can solve, because there's a demand and it's a constant demand, and we can see and measure the current niche and how we can expand the markets by applying sophisticated advertisement strategies and ethical business actions within the company that you're building. So think of the solutions, right, that you want to provide to the world. It could be many of them, and each one could be positioned with a unique brand. They don't all have to be under the same company. However, when we study companies that are successful, we can see that not only they have a mission, but they have a team, they have leadership, they have cash flow, sales, right, from the front end, and also from the back end, from investors, banks, and other ways to raise money to invest in the business, bringing the company public. We also see communications, systems, legal, and product. When we are building a business, we must ensure that we are improving it daily by adding more assets in its asset column. Every business and investment, alike to people, we all have a financial statement, which within that financial statement, we can find 6 important words, which is income, expenses, assets, liabilities, and cash flow. Once we learn how to control cash flow, how to accept that there are 2 types of debt, good debt and bad debt, and that money is created with debt, after 1971, August 15, because that's when President Nixon separated the gold from the US dollar and money became debt. Became an idea backed up by confidence, fiat, monopoly, paper, fake, and a currency. Today, crypto is money. Now we can make payments with each other, and other third parties, businesses are accepting crypto and other cryptocurrencies. So that is the new money. We have to understand how money has evolved, how it became debt, how it is just an idea. So once we have the knowledge, we have the right deal, money will find us, or we'll find the money, because money is created from thin air, legally. And we have to invest in the different asset classes successfully, whether it's for capital gains or passive income. Here at Master Investor, rule number one of our community is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard. Why do we put that as rule number one? Because that's the essence of an ultra wealthy person. And we want to have that aim at the 1%. You know, the 10% of the people that hold the 90% of the wealth. The 90-10 rule. We want to be within that, and more specifically, we want to be at the top 1%. And we can do that by understanding how the ultra wealthy do business, how they build their businesses, how they work on their asset column to have more assets that produce passive income and capital gains income, and how to expand that and how to serve the masses so that we improve conditions in the world. It's about finding solutions and simplifying situations and problems with a solution effectively, with ethics, loyalty, integrity, because a business must have longevity. So we need financial integrity. We need the business to be a brand, not just a commodity. If we're not building a brand, then we just have a commodity. It can be replaced by somebody else. We need to protect it, meaning that we need to have intrinsic value in the business. It needs to, whatever trademarks we need to file, we need to have those trademarks registered. You know, if patents need to be filed, that all that paperwork needs to be in order to protect whatever we're doing, because somebody else will come and do the same thing if you don't have any of that protected. So legalities at the beginning from the company are essential. Majority of people are like, no, when we start getting we have to do it now. That's the ultra wealthy mindset. It's like we have to put all of that in place in order to protect what we're doing, because number one, we're doing it because we believe we're unique, we're original, we're innovating, we have something that is solving a problem so well that people are going to love it. And we have this amount of people in our niche. It could be billions of people. If you find a problem that everybody has, right? So information today is so valuable, it's priceless. People pay thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars for information, millions of dollars, billions of dollars. The speed in which we have the right information in our hands and how fresh it is, how updated it is key. In today's fast world and having so much information coming at us, we need to learn how to pick the good information, read it, process it, and act on it. We need to develop ourselves with the technology that we all have around us and use the cell phone and the smart devices that we can get our hands off, all these applications to do, for example, live streams or videos. We have to take advantage of that, because even if there's one person watching, that's a potential new customer, and that stays up. In some of the platforms, that live streams become a video, so it stays up forever and people can find it later on. So it's like controlling real estate online. Even if you don't like to do videos, then you hire somebody to do that. You can do it with AI today as well. You can pay a software and it will create a video with a specific natural looking individual. And today companies are doing that around the world. So no excuses. If you like to do videos or you don't mind and it helps you, then awesome. That's a great way to market one's business and the brands that we are building and everything that we're doing, because it's a way of communicating and getting feedback. Whether it's good or bad, we have feedback. And we take it as is, and then we continuously improve. We're learning something new, and then we applying it. That's how we turn information into knowledge. Just information alone is not going to do us any good. We need to have the information, but then take massive action with it. Starts with the mindset and the thoughts, but once we have that, we need to, in the now, in the present moment, we need to take steps towards, we need to be proactive towards that mission, towards that dream, towards that ideal scene, towards that manifestation that we want to attract into our reality. Remember, we're attracting at all times. So we don't chase money, we attract money. We build the pipeline through a business that deposits money into our bank account, whether we're selling information online, whether we are selling other people's products, and we have a system of systems, because a successful business is a system of systems. If you have to be present to make money, then it's not really a business, it's a job that you own, you know. And so we need to know the differences. We're building a business, a brand, assets, meaning that they can run on their own and make cash money while we're sleeping or while we're listening to a podcast like this. That's what we're talking about when we say assets. Something that our companies control. It could be an Airbnb home, it could be 12 units, apartments, it could be a laundromat, it could be a plaza, industrial, farms, something that is producing passive income now because it has either a business on top or is a business and it's producing some sort of service and it's already doing it in business and it's bringing in cash flow. It could be an online business, right? So it could be other people's products and we're doing marketing for them, and now we pay people in other countries to do the marketing for us. We delegate all of that, and the sales that are coming in covers for the ad expense of those workers or independent contractors that we hire to do our ads for us, and then the rest is us, and we don't have to do anything. Remember, an asset has to make money on its own. We don't have to put ourselves in between the entire midst of that, because then we become part of that machine, that system. We always want to step out the system and be able to control another system and bring another system into our asset column. And whether we need to build it from scratch, right? So we're building a new company, we're a new brand, we found our niche, we're doing that, we're creating a product, right? Whether it's an informational product about that, and we're self-publishing it. Today we can go anywhere and do that. So even if you're an artist and you need your music to be distributed, you don't need to sign with a big record label company anymore. You can actually start your own record label company and become independent and begin to publish and reap the passive income for each stream that you have. And now we have social media to advertise. We can hire people from other countries, like I mentioned earlier, through specific websites that we also give inside of our ebooks. So go get them. Check out the link in the description. You can read them in Kindle if you want to have our ebooks in there. And you're going to find tremendous tools within the ebook about financial education, but specifically how to start getting those sales on autopilot, how to build cash flow online. Okay, so relationships are key. Remember, we have 24 hours a day. We need to invest each day accordingly, because that's sometimes what we all have. I mean, that's all we have sometimes, and we need to take advantage of that because we can't get that back. It's like the most valuable asset we all have. We've been given that, right? We have the time, and it's up to us what we do with that time every day. So treat it very seriously when it comes to making decisions, because life is all about making great choices, or if you make bad choices, then people always end up paying the consequences. So remember, we need to be, because what money does is it really brings out more than who we are. So we want to always have the ultra wealthy mindset, have our ethics in, integrity, loyalty, have clean hands, okay? So that whatever we build is solid and is founded on the good principles of business and investing. Today, money is created with debt. Make sure you write that down in your mind, and of course make a note if you can on your phone. Meaning that debt is tax-free. That's why we like to use debt, so we appreciate controlling debt. And if the debt is going to pay itself back, including interest and everything else that the debt service requires to be paid back, and is leaving us positive cash flow after we make the payment, there's money left for us to reap, then that is good debt because it's tax-free and it's making us wealthy. And when we have an investment that is 100% financed, then we can say that we're not only have infinite return on investment, we have no money invested in the deal. It's creating us, we're controlling the debt. So we're in good debt because that debt, every time we make a payment to the bank, we're keeping whatever is left in the form of positive cash flow or passive income. And that is also tax-free. When we have the right tax plan, of course, talk to your CPA, your team, and make sure that you're writing down every expense that you do. Every time you spend money, it has to be linked to the business somehow. So if we're eating lunch, we got to talk about how we're going to expend. Part of our lunch is going to be on topics about how to expand our business, our cash flow, our brand, how to reach more people, different strategies, different investments, different acquisitions that we maybe be talking about, anything that has to do with the business. Now we can write that down legally with our accountant as a business expense. You see, and so all of our lunches can be turned into business expense as long as we follow the legal requirements on each state in each country that you live. Make sure you understand that in America, if you're inside the USA, here is a capitalist country, so we actually get to take advantage of the laws legally because the laws are in favor of the entrepreneur and master investor, right? The one that knows and understands the principles of business and investing, the one that has a team of professionals who understand the tax code and the business or corporate law, so that we can navigate through the laws that are available to all entrepreneurs. Even when we are starting out and we have our first company, our first entity, we still get to enjoy those benefits that we all have when we build a company or a brand, or we're starting investing and we're doing business under an entity. We're not longer doing it under our name. We actually have an official document, and now we are on a different tax bracket, right? And now we can begin to take advantage of loans, grants for businesses. So the job number one of an entrepreneur, and I'll leave you, all of us, with this, the number one job of an entrepreneur, and we always say it in different podcasts and different videos that we do, because it's about going back to the principles. So this is very important. Job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. From the front end, from sales, so we need to bring in those sales on autopilot, through ads, through sales funnels. We need to sell that product, right? And have systems that will sell that for us and do the selling for us. And then on the back end, raise capital from investors. We said earlier on this talk, private institutions like banks, etc. So a business is always built to raise capital, and an entrepreneur, number one job is to raise capital. So that's why I say, we need financial knowledge, we need financial literacy, and this type of financial education, so that we can put the deal together and then we can find the money, or money will find us, because we have such a great deal. And money is created with confidence. Once we have something that brings confidence to other people, people will begin to give us that money, whether it's from the customers or the banks or investors themselves. Right? And we have to always keep in mind that the business is built to raise capital from the front end and the back end. Very important. Okay, because we need to have the cash flow. We have to have the cash flow. The cash flow is like the blood of the business. And cash flow comes from the sales and the investments that the back end, on our back end, such as investors, like I mentioned, are doing into our business. Okay. And then the job number one of an inside investor or a master investor is to make money work hard. Sound investments. And a master investor always knows what she or he is going to receive as a return before we invest. And so we know, okay, this is going to be an investment that will bring passive income every single month for this much, starting on this day. We go based on facts. Or this investment, it could be this investment is bringing in 6 months because there's a sale lined up and we have the contract and it's bringing this much capital gains. We're going to purchase this first, so it's going to bring this. And we know that we're getting capital gains. So we know the difference between passive income and capital gains income. Here at Master Investor, remember that rule number one, we said that we work to build passive income and make money work hard, because we want to have that freedom of the passive income, and then capital gains income will come, but we want to hold and control our assets that are building passive income. Okay, so focus on building passive income, and then capital gains income will come because we will invest part of that passive income into different asset classes that will give us capital gains income, such as cryptocurrencies and commodities like gold, silver, and precious metal, things of that nature. And then we will convert that passive income into capital gains income, and then that capital gains income will eventually, we can turn it back into passive income, but we always reinvest in to build more passive income. And so rule number one of our community made sense to make it that we focus to work to build passive income and make money work hard for us, because that is the essence of a wealthy entrepreneur and a master investor. Thank you for listening. We talked about the importance of relationships, networks. So let's network with other people. Let's get on these apps. Let's talk to other people. Let's start bringing in those sales. And most importantly, focus on your systems, because the sound business is a system of systems, and a brand is something that has intrinsic value. So if we're not building a brand, then we have a commodity. We have something that can be replaced by somebody else. So we want to make sure that we are building a company that turns into a brand, because we're protecting it from the beginning. We know exactly that it's valuable, and what we have is unique and it's original, and we want to protect that through the legalities that is required on each industry in which we may be involved. Okay? Have those professionals around us. The team is very important. Remember, the 8 elements of a successful business is mission, team, leadership, cash flow, communications, systems, legal, and product. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you again for your time in business. Subscribe to our channel. Leave us a question if you have one, and I'll talk to you on the next podcast. Stay great and wealthy.